With another week in the books, we had some interesting variety this week. A newcomer to the collection that's got that wow factor. An old favorite that I haven't, actually two old favorites that I haven't worn in a very long time, along with some other just fantastic scents that are underrated, or a few beasts. I know that's a lot to swallow. It's a lot we're going over today in the weekly rotation because it's week number 83. So stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday, this is the underrated fragrance I was talking about. Gets no love. Yeah, it's kind of, basic. I get that. But it does smell nice. It's decent. It's not a beast by any means, but it does smell very pleasant, aquatic, fresh and fruity. It's a Zaharoff Wanted Tonic. I know. Doesn't get any love. That's okay. I like it. And at the end of the day, it comes down to what do you like? Just because I like it doesn't mean you will. Just because someone else doesn't like it doesn't mean you won't. So definitely check this one out and sample it if you can. I know I've had people in my underrated summer fragrances videos say it's boring and all that other stuff. And hey, I get it. It's not for everybody. It's not the best release in the world. I'm not sitting here saying it's this amazing fragrance that everyone should try. But I don't regret my purchase. I did get it for a really good deal as a tester bottle. That's why it has the little sleeve instead of the cap. Came in a white tester box. Very pleasant. Just a super fresh tonic version of the Wanted DNA. You do get a little bit of that Wanted DNA in the background, but it's definitely a try before you buy. Blind buy safe if you can get it super cheap, because it's not some challenging fragrance or something that smells exactly like everything else, but maybe try it because it's not the most complex fragrance. It's not a wow factor fragrance. It's not anything superb that you need to have. So definitely try it first if you can, but I thoroughly enjoy this one. I think it's underrated personally. And on Sunday, I wore a Zaharoff Wanted Tonic. And when I got out the shower, I've been really digging this since I added it back to my collection. Nautica Blue. I haven't had a bottle in a long time. And like I said, I've really been enjoying it. Oh man, since finally adding it back. I've had 2 bottles of this in the past. It's been a few years since I've had it last. And picked it up in I think it was Marshall's. Picked it up at a rack store recently, and I love it. Super synthetic, sure. My second favorite Nautica fragrance, though. I would say it's the second best one behind Nautica Voyage. That's just my personal thoughts and opinions. And you could do a lot worse for the $13-ish you'll pay for it. I think it's a decent cheapie, and it's fantastic out the shower, and that's mainly what I'm wearing it for. Out the shower on Sunday, Nautica Blue. Moving into Monday, this was the first time I spent some full wearing time with one of the fragrances that I got in the 3-pack from Niche for All recently. This is called Pineapple Oak. And what's interesting about this one is it's a Creed Aventus note breakdown, but in the opening, I'd swear it's Hassavat. It smells more like Hassavat in the opening. As it dries, it turns more into Aventus. It's kind of like a Hassavat Aventus hybrid, if you will, even though the note breakdown is straight up Creed Aventus. It's very strange the way that works out, because the note breakdown tells you one thing, but the scent tells you another. I'm telling you, that opening, it's a dead ringer for Hassavat. And the quality's definitely there. So it's justified in calling the brand Niche for All. It does smell of niche quality oils. Definitely smell really, really good. And the performance is there. That's very important to a lot of you guys, I know. The performance is definitely there. It has a strong projection that's very consistent, and it's an 8 to 10 hour fragrance on my skin. I've done some test sprays, and then I did this full wearing. I'm going to be wearing Sea Mint next. That's probably the most hyped up one right now from Niche for All. It's a beautiful peppermint aquatic, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Perfect for the summer. But I know it can be boring to talk about Aventus clones, but this is kind of Hassavat meets Aventus, because it's Hassavat's opening with Aventus's dry down. But it's good. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Niche for All, Pineapple Oak. And then when I got the shower, I've been digging this one out the shower a lot lately too. Another newer acquisition, Tommy Bahama Maritime Journey. Basically the original Polo Blue. Even though the note breakdown is not the same, it is so Polo Blue CK Eternity Aqua. Just a big 4.2 ounce bottle of it basically for 30 bucks. Picked this up at Burlington. Don't regret my purchase. I've been wearing this one out the shower a good bit here lately. I really enjoy it. Nothing special in performance. It is a little loud at first, but it doesn't really last but like 3 to 4 hours. So like I said, nothing special in performance, but it's a very, very enjoyable fruity aquatic. You know, I like that kind of stuff. It's super fresh. Very, very easy to like. Not the shower. Tommy Bahama Maritime Journey. Moving into Tuesday is another recent rack store acquisition, and I ended up wearing this one all day. It was my daily wear and my out the shower spray. Carolina Herrera 212 Men. Super popular. My Scent of the Day post had people coming out the woodwork to tell me how much they enjoy this one. And look, it's enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. It's more basic than I remember it being. It may have been because it's been around so long, it's been reformulated a few times. That could be the case. It's very pleasant, very smooth, no rough around the edges type of scent to it. Grassy green, fruity grapefruit citrus up top. Very appealing scent profile. While not a beast on my skin, I got average performance out of it. It projected decent for about an hour and a half. And then I think I got like 6 hours out of it. Just dropped the bottle. Let me pick it up. Huh, shame on me. I was sitting here tossing it back and forth off camera and I ended up dropping it. But it's carpet, so we're all good in the hood. But 212 Men, while not a must add to a collection in my opinion, it's actually quite nice, and I think you could do a whole lot worse. You know, I spent 30 bucks on this 50 ml. Don't regret it at all. I think it's a solid fragrance. Very, very good for a young man. Very good work fragrance as well. I think it has that nice, safe DNA, inoffensive appeal that's actually more mass appealing than inoffensive. I got jumbled in my words. I apologize, but it doesn't have the ability to be offensive in my opinion. It's got more mass appeal going for it, where a lot of people are going to just think you smell clean, nice, fresh, may even have a little bit of sex appeal going for it because there's a little bit of character here. But like I said, very well blended, not one that has a complexity where you can pick out a lot of different nuances and things like that. It's just a nice clean smell. Carolina Herrera 212 Men. Moving into Wednesday, one of my favorite pickups that's also a new release for this year that gets mixed reviews. You know, people knock it for the performance because it doesn't perform like the name would imply it will, because it says Intense Eau de Parfum in the name, and it's not an intense scent, and it doesn't have Eau de Parfum performance, but it does smell great. Ralph Lauren Polo Cologne Intense Eau de Parfum. I dig this stuff. It's really good in my opinion. Try it for yourself. It's soapy green, clean, fresh, enjoyable. It's what Polo would be if Polo was released today. If the original Polo didn't exist and this was just a brand new DNA, brand new release, this is what it would be. This fits the modern style, modern era of fragrances. There is some soapy shower gel ambroxan in here. It doesn't have a sharp edge. There's a lot of green freshness to this. A little bit of violet leaf going for it. It's got that edge to it, that cooler edge. This is great for the warm weather. Going to do great in the spring, great in the fall, but also great for the summer. Get out and try it. Sample it for yourself. Don't just take my word. Don't take anybody else's word for it. Try it for yourself. That's the best advice I can offer anybody. Because you may love it or you may hate it, but you don't know if you don't try it. Polo Cologne Intense Eau de Parfum. Then when I got out the shower, I haven't been wearing any of my Banana Republic fragrances, and I had this slated as a daily wear, and a few things changed over the week that ended up jumping into the rotation, so I still wanted to wear it, so I wore it out the shower. It was Banana Republic Linden Vetiver. Very fresh, white floral, fresh woody type of smell. A little bit of a green mintiness type of feel up top. Lovely. Lovely fresh fragrance, perfectly unisex, not a masculine scent. It's clean. Linen being in the name is fitting. It's a clean linen type of smell. Doesn't come across very synthetic. The icon line is very well done. Whether it be these clear bottles with the white labels or some of the colored bottles, some of the newer releases, I've yet to try one that wasn't at least a decent fragrance. They just don't put out crap in the Icon line from Banana Republic. They're all good. Like I said, I got a bunch of them, and I haven't been wearing them, and I just want to start working them into the rotation, even if it's just out the shower for me to enjoy sitting around the house at night. So be it. I mean, I enjoy fragrances sitting around the house just as much as I do leaving the house going around other people. So out the shower that night, Banana Republic, Linen Vetiver. Moving into Thursday, the beginning of my channel, this fragrance was no stranger to a video or two. Been a while since I've featured it on the channel because it's been a while since I've wore this fragrance. This is a beloved, all-time great freshie. Gotta like Violet Leaf though. That's a dominant Violet Leaf that's a little powdery. It is the famed Burberry Touch, my little 30 ml bottle. Cap's just as big as the bottle. I've always loved that about it. It's funny to me. I love this fragrance. Been a long time. So it's weird for me to say I love this fragrance when it's been a long time since I've worn it, but this is a prime example of the downside to having tons of fragrances. Great fragrances like this get lost in the shuffle. Because I do love this fragrance. This is one of the best signature scent-worthy fragrances ever made, in my opinion. I love this stuff. I think it's fantastic. And I say that knowing full well, it's been a long time since I've worn this. I want to say beginning of 2020, maybe even late 2019. That's how long it's been since I've worn this. I can't remember the last time I wore it. But I tell you what, I enjoyed every second of the life of this on my skin. Because it's awesome. It is. Not for everybody, I get it. Some people don't like Violet Leaf or they don't like powdery fragrances or whatever. There's a little bit of citrus freshness up top as well, but signature scent worthy, in my opinion. Works in every season, every situation. It's refined just enough to work in a suit and tie work environment if you need it to. But it works well with a t-shirt also in super high heat. That's Burberry Touch. Then we got the shower. It was time for a good shave. I grabbed my prototype Business Over Pleasure shave soap. And I don't have a prototype of the Splash. Those are still being produced right now. I've been having a prototype of the soap for months. So I went with my vintage Nautica aftershave splash because this has a bit of a floral touch to it. Spices, marine, aquatic. Just a great scent overall. Not spoiled. This stuff's 20 plus years old. As you can see by the dent in it, I use this one relatively on a regular basis compared to my other stuff. It's kind of my favorite aftershave splash. And out the shower that night, it was time for a good shave. Went with Nautica. Moving into Friday, something special just released, and definitely got my bottle. I have a full review coming. I wore this all day, during the day, out the shower, and after my Nautica aftershave splash the night before wore off, I did a couple of sprays of it as well because I just got it in. The new Zaharoff Signature Rosé. And you know, gotta show the box too, because the box is just so damn stunning. We'll go in depth on the presentation when I do the full review, but man, look, I get it. Not everybody likes a rose fragrance. I get that. You cannot like rose fragrances. Find something you like about this. I'm not going to go dive into this too deep. I want you guys to check out the full review because I will be giving a full sealed bottle away to one lucky winner as well. This is George Zaharoff's Wow Factor fragrance. This is the best fragrance he's put out. Claude Deer outdid himself on this one. A lot of you have been able to sample this. He's been taking the pre-order was very long on this one. This one's pricey because of the Turkish Rose Flora Absolute oil that's in it is one of the most expensive oils in the world, and the Bulgarian Rose Absolute that he used, as well as the Rose Incense that's in here. It's pricier than the other ones. This one's $145. Now that the pre-order's over, it's back to its regular price. This is a little bit pricier, but oh man, you understand it when you wear it. It's got a density and full bodiness to it, but it wears very light, and it's got sneaky power. Very, very sneaky power. Okay, it smells light and airy because it is light and airy, but it has the ability to really reach out a long way, almost a room filling type of projection. And it's this sweet, fresh rose incense aura just surrounding you. Yes, it's a men's fragrance, but it's a rose-dominated fragrance. It's definitely very unisex. Ladies, you will enjoy this. Eva from Fragrance Test Tube did a full review on her decant a while back. Make sure to check her video out. She loves the fragrance as well. There was travel decants available in the travel set that George sells on the website. That's how a lot of people were able to sample this, because this has been a very anticipated release. It's special. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go too far into the performance. It's loud, it's long, it's super unique, it's incredible. It's the signature Pour Homme DNA, the myrrh, the oud, the incense, olibanum tears, all of that good stuff with these special Rose Absolute oils that are in it. Sugar cane, it's got all these wonderful things to make this sticky sweetness that's not sickeningly sweet, overly sweet. It's just so well blended. Like I said, we'll dive into this more in the full review, but the night before, after my aftershave splash wore off after like 2 hours, all day on Friday, during the day and at night, I wore Zaharoff Signature Rosé. And finally on Saturday, this is one I have not pulled out in a while, just like with Burberry Touch. Now, it hasn't been quite as long as it's been for me to wear this since it was for Burberry Touch, but one that I just forgot was, the best way I can describe this fragrance is it's a laid back, cool cat. This is an easygoing fragrance. It's John Varvatos Artisan Pure. This is laid back right here. This is kicking it. Cool cat gonna wear something like this. This is a laid back guy. Likes this scent profile. It's good stuff. Fresh, a little citrusy, but more clementine, pomelo kind of green freshness. I don't remember the notes exactly, but it's very herbal fresh, and it smells of a really good quality. It doesn't come across synthetic, as with a lot of the John Varvatos fragrances. Not some powerhouse fragrance. 5-6 hours kind of stuff, you know, average performance, which for John Varvatos fragrance, that's actually really good, but it's lovely. It's a great fragrance. It's been hyped to death over the last couple of years. A lot of people dig it. I dig it. I just haven't pulled it out in a while. I'm trying to reach for more fragrances that I haven't been showing any love that I do really enjoy. And that's exactly why I pulled out fragrances like Azzaro Wanted Tonic, Burberry Touch, and John Varvatos Artisan Pure. If you can get your hands on this, they still pop up at rack stores here and there. This is a great addition to anyone's collection. It's lovely. It's laid back. The wicker wrapping on the bottle is very fitting, because this is a laid back summer's day with John Varvatos Artisan Pure. And then out the shower that night, I was enjoying it so much, I ran it back and did another 6 or 7 sprays. I forgot how many. I did 9 sprays for those of you curious. During the day, I doubled up on the neck, 2, 2, 2, and then 3 on my chest for me. So 9 sprays during the day, and I think it was 6 or 7 out the shower, but all day on Saturday, Artisan Pure. Well, that's the rotation for week number 83, and until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. What did you wear this week? Let me know down below. Definitely a lot of variety. Some old favorites that I haven't worn in a while. Some stuff I feel is underrated. New additions like this Miraculous Beauty right here were added to this, and new releases that I really enjoy like this. A lot of good stuff this week. Some serious variety, some freshness, and a little bit of uniqueness. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these fragrances and you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.